Hello everyone and welcome to the Sandbrook Adventures, where we're here in San Francisco, USA for our first ever visit.
We are so excited to be San Francisco for the very first time. We've got quite a few videos coming up, so stay tuned for those.
We're going to be starting off though by going to prison. We're going off over onto Alcatraz Island. I am so excited to see this. I've just seen it in so many different movies and reading about it over the years. We're off to Alcatraz this morning.
This is going to be awesome to step foot inside what was an active prison.
Yeah, and one of the most famous prisons anywhere in the world. We're starting off down here by walking along the waterfront. It's beautiful. Come and join us as we check out San Francisco in the next few vlogs. It's going to be great. And we're starting off by walking along the pier area just here. There's a look over at a bridge in the distance. That isn't the Golden Gate Bridge though, of course. That's going to be coming up, one of the sites that we're going to be seeing. You've got the San Francisco Bell just over there. And then all the skyline just over here at the side. Yeah, it's nice, all the palm trees. It's not very busy actually. I mean, it's September, it's just a weekday. So yeah, basically we're just walking along the waterfront now, heading down to Pier 33. And when we get there, that's where we're going to be getting on a boat over to Alcatraz Island. And I'll talk a bit more about that when we get down there. Hey, and if you're coming here on a cruise, this is the Cruise Terminal Plaza right down here. You got the Carnival Miracle in there today. Some water slides down there at the back. Yeah, much smaller than the Carnival Mardi Gras that we went on this time last year actually. Our first ever cruise was a year ago. Oh, it was fantastic, that was. Just seen a sign, it says 5-minute walk to Pier 33. So it's carrying on down here. Oh, that's a noisy truck, look at that beast. Wow. Oh, look at that beautiful tram just there. That's really nice. Oh wow, love the design of that. All the nice palm trees down here. And yeah, again, we haven't really got the nice sunshine today, unfortunately. But it's not too chilly, it's just a nice temperature. It's about 18 degrees Celsius. As we continue on down to Pier 33. And here we go, we've arrived at Pier 33. Yeah, it was about a 15-minute walk on the front, and we did actually get the train in from our hotel. So we've got a nice hotel which has got like secured parking, like a closed off parking lot. We've actually checked in early, all our luggage in the room and everything. And so it's all nice and secure. Fantastic. So we're booked on for the 11 o'clock ferry departure. And just whilst we're waiting, I thought I'd show you this awesome model that there is here. And there's a lot of information about all the different sections around here on the side as well. Wow, it just shows to show how big the island is. Oh, it was nice and easy to scan the QR code, and now we're in the queue waiting for our departure.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the boat to come and take us over.
Hey, I'm not too sure how long the boat ride is or anything, but I think we're going to get some good views along the way. I booked the tickets online through the official website. It was about $50 each to do this tour today.
You can purchase hot dogs, sandwiches, snacks, and drinks on your cruise to the island or
fantastic
on your cruise from the island.
How good's that?
Food service is not available on Alcatraz. Alcoholic beverages are not served at the vessel snack bars on the way over to Alcatraz Island.
Oh, there we go. The sun's come out right on cue. Perfect. Right, let's go on board onto our cruise. Nice on-time departure, and we are off. So you can only buy food here on the cruise. You can't buy anything on the island. So we've got a nice cookie. Did have a breakfast this morning, so yeah, it's a little snack. Charlotte's been very American over here.
I went for a pretzel, this is lovely, I've never had one before.
Pretzel and cheese just there. Yeah, I think it's about a 15-minute ride. Oh, there we go, there it is. Alcatraz, wow. Look at that. It feels quite surreal being here. I've always wanted to come to San Francisco. Done a lot of traveling around the world, as I'm sure you know, and done a lot of places in the US. So yeah, it's nice to be here in San Francisco finally and see it all. And I can just see the top of the Golden Gate Bridge coming out to the left over there. Oh, beautiful views looking at the bay. There's that Carnival ship, the Miracle. And the skyline of the city. Oh, the sun's come out right on cue, perfect. And here it is, coming into view, our first time ever seeing the Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, there it is. We will be filming a dedicated video from it, because of course we're going to be heading over the bridge, going to some of the best viewpoints, and getting some nice shots of it. But you know what, I'm happy to see it with some blue sky, look at that. One of the most famous, if not the most famous bridges anywhere in the world, isn't it? The Golden Gate Bridge, so it's amazing to see it. Beautiful. And we're going to be heading to Fisherman's Wharf later on this afternoon, and that'll be the next video coming up. You can see the big wheel just there. That's the Fisherman's Wharf area. And that's where you can get a lot of the trolleys as well that take you around the city. That's the thing with this, you're not just getting an awesome tour of Alcatraz, you're getting a nice boat trip. Wow. Oh, that's an amazing view of the city, and the weather cleared up perfect for us. How was your pretzel?
That pretzel was lovely. I really enjoyed that with the cheese dipping sauce.
Little boat coming back. Oh, this is really nice. San Francisco is everything that I thought it was going to be, you know, down here by the water, and really excited to have a look around Fisherman's Wharf as well. It's just all these iconic destinations, isn't it? You hear so much about over the years, and one of the most famous cities in the US, so, well, one of the most famous cities in the world, isn't it? So just to be here and see it all is amazing, and just seeing Alcatraz here in real life, we're getting closer and closer to it now. Wow, look at this. It feels so surreal just seeing it in person. After so many years of seeing it in movies and TV shows, documentaries, books, and here it is, we're pulling up to go to prison. Wow. It was even a scenario in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I remember building a theme park on here. For any RCT fans. Beautiful views, and look at that bridge as well, really impressive. That's got like the 4 towers going all the way across, holding it up. Wow. Here we go. We're officially on Alcatraz Island. Look at this, wow.
Right down here on this dock. So come on.
She's going to tell us a bit of information about what's going on. Grab some maps over here as well. This is good.
Beautiful sunny San Francisco Bay day here very shortly, but I do have some things that I need you guys to know. This is the first stop of the day of your adventure. It begins right here at this dock. After the federal penitentiary, the prison closed in 1963. A few years later, 69 to 71, a historic native occupation occurred on this very island. Lasted 19 months long, to date the longest occupation of any federal land in U.S. history, and that happened right here on Alcatraz. You'll see similar political messaging, like the big red words above my head, all throughout the island on your visit today, as well as learn some more about that history, the native occupants from after the prison closed and when that occupation happened here on the rock. All right, I recommend each and every one of you check out the new Industries building that will be opening later this afternoon at 2 o'clock from 2 to 4:45. It's a part of the prison not always open to the public, and it will be open today, so you guys should all check it out. During the federal prison years, it was the workspaces for the prisoners, held their workshops. Today, it holds some exhibits about the native occupation, those big red words above my head, as well as a water bird exhibit, and of course, prisoners at work, right? They work there, I'm at work here.
So as soon as we stepped off the boat there, just had the mandatory safety briefing, basically just making sure that you stay in areas that you're allowed to, don't take anything off the island, don't like interact with any of the birds or seagulls or anything like that, Charlotte.
I'm looking forward to seeing the birds, but don't touch the birds.
And we've got a nice little map.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, $1 and then you can get a map. But we have got a free audio guide to take us round when we get up to the top as well, which is, well, it's included in the cost. So yeah, we're going to walk all the way up the hill now, basically. What did she say? It was over 100 feet elevation. But if you do struggle with that, they have got some transport that takes you up if you are coming here. And starting off just here, we've got a 1946 Chevrolet pickup truck, AK series. Yeah, these were used to bring supplies offloaded to the dock by the guards to locations around the island. That's in a nice condition, look at that. That's obviously been beautifully restored or very well looked after. Just amazing, isn't it, when you come somewhere like this and think what has happened, you know, and on the path that you're walking around. Fascinating stuff. Oh, there we go. Look down into that cell just there. Wow, look at these big guns just here. See how a lot of these were placed around the island in 1866 when Alcatraz's sole role was to protect San Francisco. Yeah, these we're going to see all the way around. There's a picture just there as well. Oh, and already this is amazing. Look at the views as well. This is fantastic. See, obviously its original purchase was military and then it turned into the prison, and that's why they had like all the guns running on the side. And yeah, as the tour guide was saying, the ranger, we've got a lot of signs around saying like welcome to Indian land, and that was basically like a takeover of the island at one point in its history, and that's when they sprayed a lot of the red writing that you can see around on the buildings. So we're going to start making our way up the hill towards the cell house where we've got the audio tour. Charlotte's got the map just there.
Some interesting information in here, reading as you go along.
So we're going to start like making our way up towards like this main area, and we've got the audio tour, which should be quite nice.
We're here at the moment.
Yeah, and we're going to basically follow it all the way up to the big main building up there. And how many inmates did you say there was up to at one time?
Here it said that they've got cells for 336 remodeled cells. The average was 260, but the most they ever had was 302.
There you go.
It's a lot, really. Isn't it?
I like how you can get the little tour guides and stuff. Yeah, let's head up this way. So we've got some apartments just here as we're making our way up. Part of the penitentiary residence from 1934 to 1963, and then military workshops prior to that, and a schoolhouse 1918 to 1933. As you'd expect, it's very hilly. Charlotte's going for it there, look at that. She is off. Whew, it's quite warm now, it's nice. Some great scenery around from here on the island as well, look at this. Beautiful. Whew. Making our way up to the cell house. God, Charlotte's gone, look at her. Wow. Oh, the big tower just there, and the chimney down there at the back. We're just following the red signs up to the cell house audio tour. So I think we're going to be, another hill, going to be walking back down this way so we can look at all these little bits on our way back down. She's off again! Look at her! And here we go with the other side of this big barbed wire fence now. Wow, look at the building. Amazing to see this. And we're about to make our way into the prison itself. Through the big gates. William Baker, former Alcatraz inmate, after 3 escape attempts in 3 different prisons, he was sent to Alcatraz. Right, so we're going to pick up a headset now. I liked the sign that we saw just. It said, break the rules and go to prison. Break the prison rules, you go to Alcatraz.
So I'm guessing when you come to prison, this is where you come and collect your clothes and stuff.
Yeah, like as soon as you arrive, it looks like it, doesn't it? Like they got all shoes and...
Me, I've come to get my clothes.
Or they just chuck them at you, maybe. Fascinating to come and see this. Yeah, so you'd be searched here. So inmates arrived on the rock, handcuffed and shackled, some defiant, some resigned. Upon entering the cell house, these fresh fish submitted to a thorough search for contraband such as weapons and narcotics. There we go, there's the searches going on just there, and that happened right in this section. There we go, showers just here, and they were all open as well. Inmates would shower twice a week.
Twice a week?
There we go. Convicts were marched into general population cells. God, when you come somewhere like this though, it is quite like, it's touching, isn't it, seeing it, like, you know.
Oh, these are the
Yeah, these are the showers, yeah. So every inmate that ever came to Alcatraz showered right here, just all together in front of everyone. And that's the thing, like when it's just quite, it's touching, isn't it, when you come and see something like this? Like it's, you know, what was happening right here, and some of the people that have walked down here over the years. These are the showers in that location, you know. Anybody that arrived here onto the rock, this is his first place where they came. Sink just over there, and the first of many toilets that I reckon we're going to see as we're walking around. Broken toilets. So the audio tour is all included in the price. It's available in all these different languages. Basically, as soon as we go upstairs, you see the tour starts here sign, you press the green button. And here we go. Wow, look at this. This is quite surreal. So I've been told to just walk to this red sign, and then when we get there, you just press the green button on the device, and then the audio tour will start. But what I'll do along the way, obviously you're not going to hear the audio tour because we've got headphones on, but I'll try and recite some of the information for you. Oh, this is really eerie with the audio. So it's basically the officers of the island that are doing the audio. Some of the inmates just here, yeah, a lot of them obviously were weapons on Alcatraz, bank robberies, and through the audio tour we're hearing now through some of the inmates. And it's telling us basically to go through into the sections. We're now in the cutoff. So it opened as a federal prison back in 1934. Oh wow, look at this. So we've been told to find cell number 113. Further along just here, obviously you've got all the numbers along the top just there. "113, here we go. Not much room in there, is there? Look at that. Well, the audio tour is fantastic so far. It's great how it's telling us all information just about the rules and regulations. So we've been told to walk towards the clock now. So this area is called Broadway, and then we've got Times Square straight down here. So we're turning left down this way now. And all the different cells down here, and how if you didn't follow the rules you'd end up in isolation. We're heading through this door now into D block. So this is the treatment unit, a prison within Alcatraz. So basically, if you don't behave, this is where you come, into here. 3 tiers of cells in here. So prisoners that were sent here would have to stay in their cell 24 hours a day. And they'd be allowed out once a week for a shower and exercise. Convicted killer Robert Stroud was in here. Yeah, these cells were a little bit bigger, but obviously they did have to spend all the time in here, other than once a week where they come out for that shower. So we're heading down towards the hole just here now. And we can go inside here if we want to. Oh, wow. This is it, in the cell.
God, you realise how small they are when you're in here.
Not much light or anything coming in, is
They
there?
said that they kept the lights off, didn't they?
Yeah, because these are like where they go if they're really like badly behaved.
That's why it's got a door as well.
Yeah, this is crazy, isn't it? Obviously there would have been a bed down here and a toilet there in the corner. This is fascinating though so far, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Exploring Alcatraz. Yeah, the audio tour is fantastic because it's playing like really eerie music as well that just really adds to the kind of feel of it in here.
There's currently 61,000 people in solitary confinement like this across America.
Oh wow,
It's got the doors and
61,000
stuff. 61,000
across the
that's a lot.
States. So now here into the prison library for those that were allowed to. So yeah, if prisoners that behave could get books and do correspondence courses as well. Some pictures just over here of the prison. Because they were physically confined, most prisoners sought mental escape through books. Heading out of the library. More cells. Imagine being in here. It's a fully furnished cell. So it's telling us how this was the most favourable area for inmates to be because the sun would always shine in here and it's a lot more open than some of the other parts of the prison. They also had a radio station with 2 different stations that they could listen to. And inmates would often do paintings as well. Like the Swiss Alps just over there. It's quite funny because we were driving through there a couple of weeks ago. All these paintings in here. I guess if you've got all this time on your hands, you may as well. Oh, these headphones are great. It's telling us about a guy that played an accordion sometimes and it would like echo through the halls. There's actually another tour going on just here too, a bit more detailed about some of the different cells. Really enjoying this though so far and hearing a lot of stories from the prisoners as well, which is very interesting. So this is the visiting area, literally. All you would see is through this small little gap here. Some of them have got these small little windows down at the bottom here too. Charlotte. Visiting me. Hello. Heading down Michigan Avenue. Oh, we got the utility corridor here too. All that access there.
What are we doing? Where are you? Escape cells?
Michigan Avenue. So we're looking for cell 138 now. We've been told to look inside. telling us about prisoners that have escaped. There he is, asleep. So it's telling us how they made like dummy heads to escape. Metal detector just there. And now we're leaving this section and heading through into the dining hall. "20-minute meals 3 times a day. And it's saying that this was the most dangerous room in the cell house because everyone had a knife to eat their food. And some talks going on as well. 21st of March 1963. Steamed wheat, scrambled eggs, some fresh milk. Some of the knives just over there. So it was saying how they were put and stored in here in order just to kind of stop them being taken by inmates, and they'll be able to see that all of them were put back on there. However, some still went missing. And it tells us here how it was one of the most dangerous rooms in the prison, and patrolling guards and tear gas canisters mounted in the ceiling kept prisoners in line. It's crazy, isn't it? And here's a look at your view, looking out just at the water. So this shows the final prisoners leaving Alcatraz on the 21st of March 1963 when the prison closed. So that brings us to the end of the audio tour. So we're going to head downstairs and give the headset back. Well, I've got to say that was fascinating, and how good were the headsets as well?
I think that was excellent. I think that really made the tour, having the headsets,
yeah,
getting all the information as you went around. That was so well done.
It was quite eerie as well with some of the music and sounds, wasn't it?
Yeah, like that was brilliant. I really enjoyed that.
Actually hearing from like the inmates and the guards, and just like having like the sounds, like the cell doors closing and everything. Yeah, it was very, very cool. That was fantastic picture of the whole of the island just up here, and then yeah, there's a little shop just in here too. Save the Rock. Piece of the history just here. Alcatraz Preservation Project. And yeah, with somewhere like this, every visit helps preserve it. You know, it's an American national park.
That's quite an interesting route.
1259. So it was saying also, you know, how no one was like referred to by the name, everyone was their number. So obviously it was 1259. Here's all the t-shirts that you can purchase from Alcatraz. Yeah, not too badly priced actually. $27.95. Got a glow in the dark one just there. Oh, it was amazing, that, really fascinating. Loved having the audio tour. Caps just here too. Yeah, I was trying my best to kind of relay all the information that I could do as we were going around the tour.
By a pelican.
She told us not to touch the bird, Charlotte.
No, but I think this one's okay. Yeah.
Alcatraz Island. Yeah, what a place. I like how the shop's actually still here in the main prison block as well, like with all the windows and everything.
Well, that's lovely and soft that is.
You're looking for a fridge magnet, are you?
I am. I want to pick my mum up a fridge magnet.
Here we can find one. Administration building, 1935.
So you can actually buy the book with all the rules and regulations in that we saw on the tour. How cool's that? You can have a read through and it gives you all the information.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. What a fascinating place.
That's brilliant.
What got me was like, yeah, you even had to like fold up your towel in certain ways and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, these are nice, all these posters, the Golden Gate National Parks and maximum security. This is cool in the shop. Here you go. Some of the pipes and things that have been protected. all the different regulations and all these different pieces.
You can buy the keys to open the doors. That's cool.
Key to freedom.
That's awesome.
Loads of great old pictures here in the shop as well.
You can even buy the trays that they eat your food on.
Yeah. And you got some originals just up here at the top. Food for all. Said that they had good food here actually, like the inmates had the same sort of food as the officers, like the food was actually really good. Quite interesting. They got some merchandise for the Golden Gate Bridge in here too, such as this tape dispenser for 1995. Got a nice shirt. I like these. Really excited to get up close to the Golden Gate Bridge, and of course we're going to be doing that tomorrow, so that video will be coming up. But yeah, next we're heading to Fisherman's Wharf this afternoon into the evenings. That'll be nice to have a look around that area. And you've got all these fridge magnets here that have actually got the regulations on. Regulation 30, loud talking, that's me gone. Whistling, shouting, singing, that's both of us gone, are not permitted. Groundless complaints for the purpose of stirring up trouble. You will be subject to disciplinary action.
I was going to get a fridge magnet, but I don't like any of them.
No, they're a bit of a funny one, aren't
Yeah,
these?
I'm not a bad fan of these.
Pretty cool how they've got the regulations on, but anything else you get is a privilege. You're entitled to food, clothing, shelter and medical attention. Quick, Charlotte, we've managed to escape. Hey, the door was open, we're out. Now, of course, there's quite a lot of other parts of the island that are closed for our safety. Yeah, they are clearly marked, just like that. But we're going to get some more views, kind of making our way back down a little bit to look at and taking some of the views from the island. And yeah, you can get a boat back at any point you want to, which I think is really good. So you book your slot to come over, but then you can literally just get any of the boats back. The last one's at 6:30. They also do night tours sometimes. I bet that's quite good, actually. At night, if we ever come back in the future, maybe have to do that. But yeah, really fascinating that was. I enjoyed it a lot. Just learning about everything, and I thought the fact that they did the audio tour was great, you know, because it just added so much to it, with all the details and like the sound effects and everything like that. Basically, it closed because it cost so much to maintain, you know. Then obviously the island got took over, and yeah, fascinating. Obviously now it's a really popular visitor attraction. I'm sure it'll stay this way forever now. So we enjoyed the fantastic audio tour there around all the cells and seeing like the dining room and the library and everything, which was amazing. But we've got all these other areas to explore now. So we're heading a little bit higher up to the lighthouse here on Alcatraz. And look at the views behind me, amazing. Hey, we can hear the seagulls. Oh, the views are great. I'm so happy that the weather cleared up for us. It's lovely now. A little walk around this top section. So we're now here in the warden's office. Oh, we've got a little model just over here. That's nice. It's like a small version of the big one we saw before we came on the cruise. Shows though just how big the island is. I mean, obviously we've just been inside the main building just here. Yeah, fascinating. Obviously all these little buildings down at the side and round. Bit of admin going on just there. Oh, a nice bit of Coca-Cola just in there, lovely. And yeah, I reckon a lot of these other different buildings and things were more for when it was a military base instead of obviously when it turned into the prison after. Oh yeah, he's hanging down just there, you see him? There he is. So much information all the way around. The correctional officers. Look at this door over here, the vault, 1934 to 1963. Look at that door. And it tells us here that unfortunately 3 officers died during the 29 years that Alcatraz operated as a prison. And yeah, they lost their lives when inmates tried to escape. And the little office just here, all the telephones and like audio communication. Maybe this was part of like the radio that was telling us about as well. Oh, it's beautiful out here now. A US flag and a view back towards San Francisco just over there. Pretty cool view because you can see like all the streets there when you look straight ahead.
So tall.
Yeah, you can see like just the lines of streets, and obviously that's what the trolleys run up and down on, which is fascinating. Love that. And there's the lighthouse. It's beautiful. Oh, there we go. There's a sign for the administration building. Wow. That's a cool sign. Looks like we can walk down here in just a moment, round onto the other side. There's a view of the Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, wow. Stunning. All these different ruins out here on the side. The view of the city in the distance. So you've got two lots of restrooms here on the island. One of them's up here at the top and the other one's down at the bottom. Look at the Art Deco style of this. So this building would have been the warden's house just here. And you got the little gardens off to the side too. The gardens of Alcatraz. A nesting area for the seagulls as well. Oh, it's actually really peaceful walking around here. It's very nice. So this area is called the parade ground just here. And people that were imprisoned here were cutting away into the side of all of this section just over here. Basically like forced into doing that. Reshaping the island. Originally they were going to flatten the whole island, but they ended up just doing this section over here. Quite interesting. Yeah, in the end it was used for a variety of different purposes, gun batteries and a military drill field as well. Now I was reading on a sign around there where it said that a lot of the buildings were destroyed in a fire in the 70s, I think it was. Yeah, you can see a lot of the remains just kind of around at the side here. There's that great view out towards the Golden Gate Bridge. Fantastic. So yeah, we're going to view it from a few different locations. One of them is going to be up in the hills on the right hand side. Yeah, we're going to drive up there to a viewpoint and get some fantastic views of it, which would be really nice. Now of course the island's home to lots of wildlife, and yeah, there's all sorts of birds around here, and it's lovely. Just walking around and seeing all this. Some of the best views of San Francisco from on here as well. I mean, if you're coming over here to San Francisco, of course you're going to come to Alcatraz and see it. Yeah, this is epic. Yeah, and we're just round on the back side now. So obviously we were inside the building just up there. And yeah, it said that the inmates preferred the cells on this side because obviously you had some of the better views looking out this way with the sun coming through the window. The best views of the exterior of Alcatraz are actually from over on this side, in my opinion. All the little watchtowers and the big high security fencing that's around the side. Yeah, there's a lot to explore on here. It's great. I didn't really know how much of the island you'd be able to walk around, but no, it's great. They just say, you know, stay away from any of the red signs that say it's closed for your safety. And yeah, there's lots to walk around. It's great. And the view's really opening up again down here now. The Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, amazing. I tell you what though, it does smell a little bit fishy if you are coming here, doesn't it? Are you alright there?
It smells so bad.
It does smell very, very fishy.
It's getting fishier as we walk on.
It is getting more and more fishy. Yeah, all these gardens are lovely. It said they've got volunteers now that come over here and look after like the gardens basically and make it a really nice place. I mean, look at some of these views. It's like an island paradise now, isn't it, down here, you know? Oh, look at all them birds down there. All on the side. Oh, I tell you what, it's lovely now. It's nice and warm. And yeah, here's a look at all the prisoner gardens. So working under the guard tower, inside barbed wire fences, inmate gardeners developed this hillside into flowering gardens. In a way, that must have been, you know, quite nice for them, like out here, like making the gardens in the sunshine, looking out over San Francisco. I mean, that's not too bad, is it really? Doing that. So we've got the penitentiary security building, 1958 to 1963. Yeah, not much use for this one. An old picture just there with it in use. It looks like we can go up these steps around that way. Another huge building just down there at the bottom. Whoa, some awesome views. and some steep steps. So we heard earlier on about the recreation area up through that door over there, and this is obviously where they'd be able to come, all the inmates, and play the games just out here.
I mean, it's quite a nice big area, isn't it? Especially with the sun shining.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was worse prisons out there, to be honest. Like,
Well, yeah, they got to come out here and play a few games.
Yeah.
And stuff.
that's the thing. And if you look carefully, you can still see like the marks on the floor from like the different courts and things that be around here. What a fascinating place. So we're back inside now in a little exhibition just here, which is telling us even more information. So yeah, during the 29 years of operation, over 1,500 men were in the penitentiary just here. And the US criminal justice system holds over 2.1 million people at the moment. And this section tells you about all the prisons in the US, and yeah, you can see a map of the states just there. Number of prisoners per 100,000 residents. Yeah, some areas 651 per 100,000 residents. Yeah, like these areas here, these states have obviously got a lot, and these ones haven't got many. So these shackles were used from 1581 to 1865, Alcatraz 1934 to 1963, and now Charlotte's trapped. High security handcuffs that are used today. She's stuck.
I'm out.
And we're on our way down now from the main cell house, and this is the morgue just over here. So this was constructed in 1910 for any deaths that did occur here on Alcatraz. The big water tower out to the side, and all the stunning scenery out at the side. Yeah, 1910 to 1963. The morgue just there. Quite hard to see. The water tower, and looking down towards the chimney down there. I think that's the power building, and it says Alcatraz on the top just there. So on our way back down, building 64 just here. Penitentiary apartment house from 1934 to 63, and then military guard barracks prior to that, 1906 to 1933. All the family housing, first stop for new guards and their families, just over here. Right then, so instead of turning right and back to the ferry, we can turn left here. We've got some other buildings and bits to see, straight down this way. This is quite an interesting one then for the officers and the families. Yeah, this is the Officers Club, which is basically a social club, and between 1910 to 1933 had like a general store and cafeteria, barber shop, and a post office. And then when it became a federal penitentiary, it was used for the staff and the families for parties, dances, talent shows, and even a bowling alley in here, pool tables and a soda fountain. How interesting is that? That was the building right here. So we just walked up another small slope, and this has led us here to the power plant and the warehouse, which is this big building that we can see here. Still intact. Yeah, this didn't burn down in 1970, which is good. And yeah, you can see the big chimney stack just off to the left there. But in 1932 alone, the power plant burnt over 760,000 gallons of thick black fuel oil to power the island, because obviously there was no water service or electricity from the mainland. Yeah, it all had to be powered here on Alcatraz. Yeah, quite interesting. And they even had their own fire truck just on here. There we go, look at this. There it is. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, what an amazing fire truck. It's really nice. And obviously the powerhouse isn't used anymore, and the main reason because of that is they produce their own renewable electricity. So yeah, on top of the cell house, you've got all the solar panels just on there now, and that powers all the lights here on Alcatraz. All the big fences around here. It's a fascinating place. It's somewhere I've always wanted to come. Just amazing walking around and seeing it all. I've seen so many like documentaries over the years, you know, this is fascinating, it really is. Look at the place. So a lot of the prisoners that were actually here on Alcatraz in the early days actually built these buildings around here, which is quite interesting. Yeah, the Model Industries building, which is just down here. Yeah, fascinating to see. And this is a dead end, and where we can turn back round. Penitentiary storage and shops, 1934 to 63. And the Military Industries and Workshop building, 1912 to 1933. Well, there we go. Our time here on Alcatraz Island has come to an end, so we're just making our way down this way now. Back to the ferry area, where we're going to get on the ferry over to San Francisco. It's been amazing though walking around here. I've really enjoyed it. Seeing it all and discovering everything. It's been great. So yeah, we're just going to wait for the 2 o'clock ferry. Obviously we came over at 11, so it's been like by the time we get back, like 3 hours, 15 minutes. So yeah, that's been having a good walk round and seeing everything. I'm just finding a little area to walk through down here by the ferry. And yeah, going way back before it was the prison. It was a military area just here. It shows you how different it looked from the painting. And the model down here, so that big like cannon that we saw, that big gun. They were all positioned all the way around, and that's when its main purpose was to protect San Francisco. So yeah, military point, 1865, 1868. 108 guns were mounted all the way around. Oh, another area to look around just here. And yeah, this tells you about the Indian occupation of Alcatraz from 1969 to 71. So it was 79 young Indian men, women and children that occupied the island from November the 20th, 1969 for 19 months. So yeah, that's why you've got like all the Indian like paintings and things around the island from when it was took over. And it ended up with 400 Indians here on the island, and it was quite peaceful, and they actually came off in the end and reclaimed the island, basically recaptured it. So that's quite interesting. I didn't know that was part of the history here at Alcatraz. So we're just going to wait down here now for the ferry back over to the other side, and yeah, up next we'll be heading to Fisherman's Wharf. Well, looks like we managed to escape. Goodbye, Alcatraz. What a place. Time to head back to the mainland, San Francisco. As we leave the island behind, we get to take in the awesome scenery. Looking over the bay just here. It is gorgeous. Some really nice clear views today at the Golden Gate Bridge over there. Fantastic. Well, we escaped and we're back here on the mainland in San Francisco, about to discover even more amazing sights. I tell you what though, that was fantastic. What a brilliant few hours we've had.
I think that was excellent. The audio experience really made that, giving you all the information as you walked around. I think that was fantastic.
When I bought the tickets, it said that it included an audio tour, but I wasn't too sure, you know, how we'd go about it. I didn't know how long it was going to be or anything. But that was great. The headsets were fantastic. Again, if you don't speak English, it's available in lots of different languages as well, which is great. And yeah, it was like a half-an-hour audio tour, but then also you could go back into them areas and walk around again, or I guess if you wanted to, you could do the audio tour again. But actually off camera, we had a little walk again through some of them rooms, and it was a real interesting place to see, wasn't it, Charlotte?
It really was. Like with the audio tour, like you're going into the rooms and it's telling you stuff that would happen. It was giving you information about the cellmates that was in there. I just think from start to finish, it was excellent. It was
like, you know, it was quite emotional, but then also like quite, you know, worrying and stuff. It was a real like mix of emotions going to somewhere like that, because, you know, you had the natural beauty of the island and looking out to the Golden Gate Bridge, but then you're in a cell and looking at all the prisons and talking about the inmates. Like, it was really fascinating, a mix of emotions going somewhere like that. But I really enjoyed it. A huge bucket list place that I've always wanted to come and see. And finally we can say we've been to Alcatraz, the most famous prison anywhere in the world. I absolutely loved it. Anyway, up next we're going to be making our way to Fisherman's Wharf. In fact, we're walking there right now. It's about a 15-minute walk, and yeah, we're going to film another vlog around there for you all. This is another big touristy area, all sorts to see around there. We're going to have some shops to look in as well, just capture the atmosphere, and hopefully we'll be riding on some of the San Francisco famous cable cars as well.
Oh,
so
fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and have your own adventures. Goodbye.